right before we started playing.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's go.
Yeah, the slow running shirt.
Yeah. Foles. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders.
Hard to stick with them for that long. I've been streaming all my games, and you got a +1.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now Foles. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I don't
if you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
He's got his man. That's Wallace. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Foles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Newton again. Steps away to his left. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Travis Benjamin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Forbath out to kick this one away.
Yes,
smoke.
This will be taken to the back of the end
If I
zone.
had Madden, bro, I'd
And no
fucking
run
whoop your
back
ass,
here.
bro.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out
Talk
to the
like that.
25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll drop the throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Glasgow getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receiver.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They're going to look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I was trying to,
nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they take
I try to rip that shit. You'd have been mad. On God, you'd have been. And then that nigga Fuller would have picked it up and went out. You'd have been mad.
Disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
And the tip there altered the
that's
ball
not a
flight,
fumble,
and it
yo.
falls
Like
incomplete. It'll be second
that,
down.
like oh
Love to know
man,
what he's saying
Madden.
in the huddle now
Y'all
to his
niggas
guys
need to.
up front because it's been a
You
steady
just got
stream of
graced by
pressure
the
on him this
God.
entire game. That time,
up,
able to
nigga?
avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
On second down, it's Bell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
That's that's Jamal Adams, yo. He's like a 90-something, bro.
There are a good number of coaches
That's Jamal Adams.
in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, Johnson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Looking for his big receiver, Marshall. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Forbath to add the extra point.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, my God.
So they fail to connect,
Wow.
and this remains a 13-0 game. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Let me see your style. It's called you pussy.
I follow the way because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Back to throw. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Dayon Buchanan in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Benjamin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Omaha.
Here's
Omaha. You watching this game, Jonathan?
Take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here
Jonathan,
first and 10.
you watching the game out there?
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Off play action. Newton. Going deep for Walker. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A 2nd time.
Oh, that nigga came back to you.
So
He's like, oh, word, you got me? All right. Boom.
And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Nigga came in with the craziest hit in a lifetime.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory.
I was
using
safeties actually so that time,
rare, maybe
okay.
They should be worth more
talking
than 2,
shit
maybe
about
4
me.
points.
I think he's got
talking shit about me, bro.
I really do,
He's talking shit about me.
But I
Oh,
would
nice
go ahead
kid.
and up it to 6.
Oh,
I'm
nice
a former
kid.
defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points. New York set to take the field. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins.
He said, I'm trying to see them big old bitties.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Set. 180.
What?
Do something.
I was like, whoa, 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 my son. I'm not even playing, son.
2nd and 10, Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I'm saving that. No.
Oh, shit. I'm trying to see your big old bitties. Hey.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Eluding the pressure right.
Wow.
The bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh my God, bro. You killing me with this shit.
We quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Taking it about the 36. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup.
Still got away from your fucking wide receiver, though.
On this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Tell me, catch the fuck up.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 50, Newton. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. On 1st down, it's Newton. He's going to let it go again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception.
And because of the hit
Let me pay
that I
homage
threw that
to the man who
pick,
stood in
not
this
because of
spot
anything
before.
else.
He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the former...
That's Trey Waynes, nigga.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he's so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out.
Oh, my God, yo, really? Really? Give me a fucking break, Madden.
Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what?
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. He'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They come out here in the eye. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Now Forbath for the extra point. Forbath, the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Forbath out to kick this one away. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter the offensive...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Foles. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with...
That's caught inside the 20.
Get the fuck
and
out
he's
of
going to
here.
be out of bounds down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Foles. And this is Bill's touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Oh, he's hired.
And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2.
Still gonna win this game, so I'm not even impressed.
Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone.
He got it.
And that cuts the lead.
Yo, I'm out here throwing a parade for you, my son.
Thank you.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He's like, yo, let me see that titty spin celebration, bro.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That should be your motivation to do right.
He'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Your dreams, though.
On second down, here's Newton. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Flushed out right.
So whatever she just promised you is probably
now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Oh, you let this thing score.
Big gain of 39 on third.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And they do stop him, but he
Come on,
takes
son,
it
with
all
this
the
game,
way to
son.
the 2. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
On fourth down, Newton dancing to his left. Keeps himself up. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work.
You got lucky. No one was bringing Cam down.
Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time?
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. C.J. Mosley in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Amari Cooper, 97 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Buying time to his left. A beautiful fake. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go. Gun. Hey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield.
Catch it.
Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
What game you playing now, Rob?
Nigga, I'm playing the WWF League, bro, against David. And this nigga's actually doing good. And it's just hilarious.
And it keeps 6 points
Nah,
off
it's
the board.
15-22. He's playing some pretty good defense. That's what it is. All you need is a good defense
The
to
Jets
stop him.
on third
That's
down.
all it really is.
They've converted just
That's
2
what
for
niggas in that
6
league
thus
can't
far.
seem to
This is
understand.
third
You
and
just play
7.
defense and try to stop me from passing the ball. You do.
From the gun, here's Newton. Going deep for Benjamin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Even though it didn't work out,
Oh,
would not be surprised at all
by the
if they
skin
went
of
ahead and
these
did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
What? He scored. Oh, Rob, how you let him come back like this?
Action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
That's not check. He had no
Out of
points,
bounds
bro.
on the other side of midfield across the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Foles now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Wow.
Here's Foles.
Yo, Rob, really, bro?
Over the middle,
Talk to you.
complete.
Talk about
It's
you like
Richardson. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. Back now here on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
Oh
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here.
You got
Right?
him
Still
on
gotta
your
be
team.
careful.
Why would you wish
because
that?
it's still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown.
Son of a Brooklyn Bridge! Wow! Wow! That's all I gotta say is wow. Do you see how Madden bails people out, yo? Do you see how Madden bails people out? It makes them think they're nice. This shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. Now I gotta work extra hard now. Look at this shit. Wow, and this nigga just drops the football. I just had a touchdown and I just got robbed and he gets a strip fumble. Right. This is how Madden works this year, bro. I see it. I see the flaws. It's cool. It's cool. Not even mad.
Taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. He takes this to the 15. Flashy juke. That got him a couple extra.
That's Jonathan.
Call it a pickup.
It gotta be Jonathan or whoever's watching the game.
Second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first
Why
down.
are you talking like you're going to win, bro?
What's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Wait, niggas was hitting you up about some other shit, but yo, I'm in my league game because I'm on the game, so I'm pulling up to the thing now.
With a passing game as he looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We was talking about the stairs.
In there to get him his 2nd sack now in the afternoon. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
So who's the lowest? Who's the lowest of the two?
Bro, shake
Jonathan is the lowest of the two.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That's crazy.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
He didn't even get promoted to shit. Somebody had that.
And Lutz puts this one through.
Well, I'm hearing the
And high fives for that one as that
It's a good game, bro. It's a good game.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that they're
Still gonna play me in mud after this? Since you talking all that shit all of a sudden?
Help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now Newton on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They fake the give.
All right, bro. I'm picking up on my game, bro.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Flush to his right.
Fuck! Yo, stop.
Nigga. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
Andy Dalton.
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head and not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Because I do. Well, the computer drafted Dalton.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talking about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On play action, they'll throw. To the left side and
wow.
Cooper. And he'll be down deep into Jet
territory.
territory.
God. Yo, I swear to God, bro, I was on that play, bro. I was on it. Good shit.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The gain of 5 that time.
Right, because your man basically fucking TI'd me.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cooper again the target, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. Foles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And
Let's
the
go.
football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Cooper was the target
right
there.
That's that again.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. They give him a gain of 37.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, Those guys made that play possible.
He couldn't
Oh!
quite hold it.
If 82 would have got over there, how
Ball
mad
pops out,
would you have
incomplete.
been? Like, if you can really not.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on
Damn,
this
that
lead
sounds
at
really
all.
nice.
And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, it's Newton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Newton. Shakes off the sand. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Newton's going to throw it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives him a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They've reached their goal already of winning 9 games. Now I think it's time to set some new goals.
I agree with you totally. It seems to me that they sold themselves just a little bit short. When every season begins, every team points to 10 wins as the number you have to really make a strong push for the playoffs. They're close to that number now.